Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching At Home with Troy, and I am Troy. And in today's video, what I want to talk to you about is your spouse is deployed, now what? There are lots of videos, there are lots of checklists to do to prepare for things, but sometimes when you're smack dab in the middle of it and just emotions and things like that are coming at you, you're just kind of like, what now? Like there's no to-do list on, continually to process through this. So these are just some of the things that I wanted to go over today. Just some things that I've learned through the couple of deployments that me and my husband have had, and just other things that I've gotten from other military spouses, as well as, some of us, alongside each other go through these things. So let's get started, you guys. So you guys, I just want to start off by saying that there will be in my description box below resources that you can go to if you feel like these type of things that I'm saying are just not going to cut it for you. If you are predisposed to depression, anxiety, or anything of that nature, where you believe that just simple, hanging out with a girlfriend or changing a couple of things in your lifestyle is not going to cut it, the military does have resources for free for you. So those will be in my description box below. With that being said, let's get started. So throughout deployment, your mental health is going to go up, it's going to go down, your emotions are going to be all over the place. It's just going to be a roller coaster ride from start to finish. And to tell you the truth, when your spouse gets home, there's that whole thing of reintegration. So it's not going to be a smooth ride, but you can make it a little bit smoother with just some simple self-care tips and some things that may assist along the way. And I'm going to get started with that. So tip number one for me, I feel, is the most important. I want to go into the ones that have really helped me and that I think should be a staple. They should be the most important. And for me, that is having military spouses around you that can relate to you and that understand exactly what you're going through. Civilian friends are great, and I know for a fact that they can give you sympathy and they can be there for you in every single time of need. If you only have civilian friends around you, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But just me, I find that, for lack of better words, when I whine and moan to someone who is a military spouse, they get it exactly. They know exactly what I'm feeling. They know why I'm feeling it. I don't have to do too much explaining, of certain things, because, they're either going through the exact same thing or, they have been through it. So for me, I think having a military spouse friend that you can, talk to and that they get you is super duper important. I know for me, this deployment that I'm still currently in, I have a military friend, and she's absolutely amazing. She knows what I'm talking about. She's watching this. But on Valentine's Day, she just wanted to make me smile, and she sent me and the kids donuts, and they were just cute little heart shapes and things like that. And it was just so thoughtful that, she knows that that's just a day that usually would be a family holiday, and just something maybe me and my husband would recognize. But it was just nice. It was just nice that she thought of us like that. I've known myself, when I know that some spouses are gone, I would take another military wife friend dinner, and honestly, I like to do things that are practical. Things that put a smile on your face are amazing and they're awesome, but I like to do things that are practical, because I know 9 times out of 10, if her husband was home, she would be cleaning the dishes and he'd probably be wrangling the kids. But I know when, that other half of you is gone, you're doing everything. So, as you're doing the dishes, some kid, you're probably peeling off the ceiling or something like that. So this just makes it a little bit easier on her. So I would, just like drop off a casserole or something, so that, that was one less thing she had to do today in the list of 1,000 that she had to get done, that usually you do have a partner in your home to assist with. The second thing that I'm going to say that I feel is right up there with number one is to say no. A lot of people get, nervous about not being able to do everything or not being able to be there for everyone. And you got to get over that. If you are a young military wife, if you're an old military wife, whatever, you have to get over that. You're not always going to be able to make it to you're not always going to be a make with everything. There's going to be an event on post that, you know, someone wants to invite you to that you can't go to, or you're just don't have the energy for it. Or for me, I remember when I was in Washington and my husband would go to the field. He didn't deploy when we were there, but he would go to the field a ton. And there are some, you know, after school activities that were voluntary that I would just like, no, like I can't help fundraise today. You know, I would, you know, condone money to, you know, the cause of like, hey, you know, I got the water bottles, I've got this. I know for one of my husband's unit for family day, they would like, you know, people to volunteer their time. I didn't have my time. What I had was money. So I would go and I went to Costco and I just like purchased some things and then I gave it to the unit, you know, for the family day. But no, I'm not able to attend. You know, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So I would definitely say learn to say no, even when it's to yourself. You know, one big thing for me with my husband being gone is I'm really girly girl. I don't cut grass. I don't clip bushes. I have to now that he's gone, but just in general, when he's home, I don't do yard work. I don't, you know, fix the cars. I don't change oil. I don't do that. You know, I got married. I have a whole husband for that. So that's not something that I'm accustomed to doing. But now that he is gone, it's something that I do have to do. And sometimes I have to tell myself, no, like, Troy, you're not going to be able to cut the grass this weekend. It's going to look a hot mess and your neighbors are going to raise an eyebrow and look at you crazy. But I've just got way too much going on this week that I am not going to be able to get this done. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not failing at anything. You're not, you know, slacking. It's just the fact that it's not realistic to think that what two of you would do together, you know, balanced and evenly and well, that one of you all can do really, really good on your own. Like, that's just not realistic. So you have to accept realistic expectations for yourself and sometimes just say no. So on to tip number 3. Relax. And relaxing and self-care looks different for everybody. Now, me getting into a bubble bath and I don't know, maybe doing some skincare routine is not going to relax me. It's just not, you know, as much as I do like to pamper myself and things of that nature. That's not it for me. You know, for me, I like to be busy. I like to accomplish things. So for me, when I feel, you know, let's say anxiety, you know, I clean. You know, it may, you know, be different for some people, but I will go into my closet and I'll organize my shoes, or I'll give, you know, my bathroom a good scrub. You know, cleaning makes me feel like I've accomplished something and it helps me with my anxiety. Also, I like to run. I know I've mentioned that before, like I could be in any type of mood and I'll never not want to run because I just love the feeling that after I've had a good jog, what it gives me. So for me, those are things that would help out with my anxiety, or would help out, you know, even with like being irritated. You know, it's like I've been dealing with 3 screaming kids all day, you know, and I just want to run, you know, I just want to go for a good run, and I just want to, you know, get, you know, those bad feelings out. I want to, you know, just feel like I've accomplished something. So for me, that is what relaxing and self-care looks like for me. Those are some things that I would like to do. And I know that it looks different for everybody, but you should definitely set aside time and try to do time for that, for yourself. Dealing with deployments, as I said, it's a roller coaster ride. You know, one day someone's going to say that, you know, they're going to call, you've been talking to your spouse consistently for a week at the same time. Then all of a sudden you can't. If there's a combat deployment, you're definitely going to be sitting by the phone, you know, waiting for people to say, I'm okay, and how was your day, et cetera, et cetera. So your anxiety is consistently heightened. Even though my husband at this current time is not in a combat deployment, I feel really weird if I ever miss a call. Like, I don't like it, you know. I feel like my phone has to be always on me just in case he calls, because of the time difference. You know, maybe if he's working and I miss the call, then I'm not gonna be able to talk to him for another, you know, 24 hours. So, you know, emotions are always heightened. You're always thinking about what if and if then, and then, you know, God help us when we get a homecoming date and it doesn't work out right, you know. So you're gonna be going through a ton of emotions. So you definitely want to make the time, you know, to try to center yourself. And my 4th and last tip is to talk to your spouse if you're in any type of mental zone that you're struggling with. This military life is something that you both chose. you know, he chose to enlist or she chose to enlist and you chose to stand beside them as they did it. So this is not something that you just like have to let every single moment run over you, or you're not allowed to express your frustration with it. It's no different if, you know, you were married to a teacher and then you've got, you know, some hard-headed kids in the class and they want to talk about it. Yes, it is a profession that you chose, but it doesn't mean that every single day is going to be easy. This lifestyle is not something where you're just like, you know, shut up and take it. You are allowed to vent how frustrated you are. And 110%, I can assure you that your spouse understands. As a soldier, I get it. When I was, you know, active duty, and my husband didn't even grow up in the military lifestyle. So when I was active duty and he wasn't, it was mind-boggling for him. Like, it was really frustrating for him, you know, just the things that would go on and things that I had no control over, and the things that, you know, he just had to deal with. Like, he didn't have a choice. So your spouse understands. They really do. So definitely lean on them. This is something, yeah, you all chose to do together. So walk in it together. Don't believe that, you know, you voicing frustration or you saying that, you know, these changes in your life have, you know, sent you, you know, astray from, you know, where usually you're grounded and, you know, you're more, you know, mentally happy or mentally able to deal with things. Like, it's completely normal. So definitely lean on them. You know, just as you can support them on the home front, they can support you there as well. So you guys, we are at the end of my video. I know it was short and sweet, but I definitely hope you got a lot of information out of it that is completely useful. And as I said at the beginning of the video, if there's anything more intense that you feel that you need help dealing with, I will have military one source resources down in the description box below. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.